please stand for the opening prayer and pledge.
Father in heaven, bless us as we gather today for this meeting. Guide our minds and hearts that we work for the good of our community. Teach us to be generous in our outlook, courageous in the face of difficulty, and wise in our decisions. Thy will be done. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hancock County Commission will come to order this second day of November 2017 at 2:30 p.m. Mr. Clerk, I'll ask you to take the roll call.
Mr. President, all commissioners are here.
Thank you. Correspondence. Carol Shearbaum, WVU Extension Agent from Hancock County. She's requesting approval to advertise for a part-time program assistant for the WVU Extension Service Office.
Move to approve.
Discussion? I'd just like to, Carol had 2 full-time employees there. One of them has transferred from within the county, is now working at the animal shelter. And instead of replacing that employee as a full-time employee, we're looking to fill it with a part-time position. And Carol's looking to advertise for it. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Backing up, approval of the commission meetings minutes for October 19th, 2017.
Move to approve.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Under new business, approval of a grant agreement with the West Virginia Department of Health and Human Resources Bureau of Children and Families. It's a grant for fiscal year 2017-18 on behalf of the Juvenile Mediation Program.
Move to approve.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval of contracts with Tri-State Exterminating.
Move to approve.
Discussion? Gentlemen, there are 4 contracts in the agenda here. It's to provide pest control services at the Magistrate Building, at the Animal Shelter, 911, and the courthouse and the health department next door. Same services being provided, it's just different vendor. No further discussion. All in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval of resolution to enter into a contractual agreement with the Division of Justice and Community Services for West Virginia Justice Assistant Grant Program, fiscal year 2017-18. This would be for the pro officers.
Move to approve.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval of resolution to enter into a contractual agreement with the Division of Justice and Community Services with West Virginia Justice Assistant Grant Program. This would be for the Drug Task Force fiscal year 2017-18.
Move to approve.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval of resolution entering into an agreement, contractual agreement with the Division of Justice Community Services for the West Virginia Victim Assistant Grant Program, fiscal year 2017-18.
Move to approve.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval of resolution to enter into a contractual agreement with the Department of Military Affairs and Public Safety for the State Homeland Security Grant Program, fiscal year 2017-18.
Move to approve.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval to advertise a public notice changing in the location of precincts 22 and 24, which are located in Weirton.
Move to table that at this time.
Motion is to table. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Item is tabled. From the Office of Technology and Communication, requesting approval to apply for a community grant from Walmart.
Move to approve.
Discussion? Mr. Vitus, you want to elaborate on that, please?
I'd let Mr. Over, since he's going to get work on the grant.
Right. They have a grant program that allows up to a certain amount of money that we can use for some public safety equipment that I'd like to try to get. I think it's up to $2,500, so it's not a lot of money, but it's enough that can help us.
Great. Any further discussion? All in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
That's on the approval of the minutes. That was the where that said that actually the October the 19th. We forgot to mention about that being a typo.
Yeah, the agenda does say October 15th. I realized it was a typo, so I just said the 19th. It's the minutes from October 19th. Thank you. Approval of probates and estates.
They have been reviewed and are recommended for approval.
Move to approve.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval of the exoneration orders.
Move to approve.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval of the general county bills.
General county bills are $87,067.71. P-card payments for all funds, $65,728.76. And all funds for October were $925,841.31.
Move to approve.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval of animal shelter levy fund bills and requisitions.
They're okay to pay.
Move to approve.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval of library levy fund bills and requisitions.
They're okay to pay.
Move to approve.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval of sheltered workshop levy fund bills and requisitions.
They're okay to pay.
Move to approve.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. For the good of the order, Karen, anything to come before the commission today?
No, sir, not today. Thank you.
Mr. Lucas?
Nothing today.
Mr. Vitus?
No, sir, nothing today.
Jackie with the health department?
Good today also.
Good. Mr. Longi? OEM, Jeremy?
No, nothing.
911, Tracy?
I'll keep it the same. I have nothing to
Okay, we have our visitors with us today in the back. Sheriff?
You may have heard that our department, along with the other law enforcement departments, are entering into a no-shave November. Hence, I've got a little extra growth on my chin. We're raising money and awareness for cancer research for the Children's Hospital in Pittsburgh. So the way it works is each officer has to raise a minimum of $100 in order to be able to buy into the not shaving for a month. And then the goal is to get people to help support that, donate some money. In the last 3 years, we've done it 3 years in a row, we've been able to donate somewhere around $14 million towards cancer. And, not million, my goodness, $14,000. And, yeah, God. And we're hoping to beat last year's and raise hopefully $7,000 a share if we can do that. Myself and Mr. Jack Wood. Are you aware of Mr. Wood? He's the assistant prosecuting attorney who has his hair a little extra long. I think it hits right above his belt line. I'm saying it as nicely as I can. He's willing to cut his hair and donate it, provided he's able to raise $1,000 on his own for that. I understand there's a lot of attorneys willing to help cut that. And he dared me into it, and I've agreed that if I can raise a sum similar to that, then I will allow my curls to be trimmed from my mustache.
Just the curls?
Well, if you give enough, I'll shake everything.
Let's be
I'll
specific.
take corporate donations, by the way. But that's it's all in good fun, but it's good nature fun where we're trying to help out some babies. And I just rushed in from a meeting in Wheeling where we received an award from AAA. It's Community Traffic Safety Platinum Award presented to Hancock County Sheriff's Office for outstanding service, dedication, and the significant impact made by the improving the quality of life through traffic safety programs. So what they've done is they look at 3 to 5 years worth of programs that we've put together and how it's been sustained. They make a judgment, and we were able to impress somebody enough to get a platinum award. And remember the radar thing that we use often? That helped enter into it, as well as some other programs we've instituted. So, very nice to be recognized for something.
In regards to that radar, when you're passing it and the blue and red light flashes, what's that mean?
That means you're on it too heavy.
'Cause I saw a guy in front of me the other day, and that light came.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we put out some messages on there too, some warnings. Officer I have in charge, I'm not sure, but around Halloween he'll put something about beware of ghouls or something like that. So I don't know what he put on it this year. I didn't get a chance to see it. That's all I have.
Stick around after the meeting. We'll take up a donation for you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'll get a hat. I'll bring a hat up.
Thanks, Sheriff. Mr. Foley?
There's no way I can follow the sheriff. We should have different seats here.
Gotcha.
I haven't- I couldn't say anything that would bypass what he had.
Thank you, George. Commissioner Cowie?
I'd like to congratulate the sheriff on their award. Also wanted to let people know that there is a concert going to be held at Oakland Middle School at the Oakland Little Theater for the MSL Music and Arts, and that's going to be the When Swing Was King, the immortal music of Benny Goodman concert, and that's going to be highly proclaimed, done by the Boilermaker Jazz Band. So that's going to be on November the 9th, and that's going to be to support the arts and music culture in Oakland. Also want to thank all our veterans, because that's coming up on November 16th for Veterans Day, for their service, both active and also the ones past military. Thank you very much for your service. That's all I have.
Commissioner Barnaby?
My same congratulations to the Sheriff's Department. And you had me worried about that hair because I thought you guys were going to flip-flop. You might want to grow yours down to your belt. It looked like it'd take an awful long time.
Yeah, with what? It would take several years.
I don't have anything else.
The only other item, gentlemen, want to bring before us today, we do have a letter here that we'd like to send to Secretary Smith, Department of Highways. I'll read the letter and ask you gentlemen to sign this, and we forward it to the folks involved. It says, Dear Secretary Smith, with the successful passing of the Route 2 road amendment, we write to you on behalf of the Hancock County Commission to request an update regarding the environmental study that was completed on the Route 2 road project through New Cumberland, as well as a tentative release date for the bond funds for said project. As we've expressed in previous correspondences and meetings, the current roadway is geometrically deficient for the passage of trucks and is unsafe for pedestrians which utilize the adjacent sidewalk. The proposed project, specifically option number 5, will make the roadway safer for our citizens, including the traveling public, for more efficient freight traffic. Any expedited assistance would be greatly appreciated to help Hancock County a safer place to live. So I'm going to ask you gentlemen to sign this as well so we can pass it on. Copies will go to our delegates, BHJ, BDC, and the governor's office. Mr. Lucas, I need to make this matter of record.
You may if you wish.
Okay. Gentlemen, I'll accept the motion. We make this a matter of record.
Move to make it a matter of record.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Any other business to come before us today? Comments? I appreciate what your staff's doing, Sheriff. Thank you very much. Our next meeting will be held on my calendar here, November the 16th at 2:30 p.m. The courthouse will be closed on November 10th in observation of Veterans Day. If there's no further business to come before the commission, I'll accept the motion that we adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
We are adjourned.